we're gonna watch how Neuro-Sama came to be, because I know little to nothing about Neuro besides some clips and things that I've seen on the YouTube and the TikTok and the mainly the Twitter. So yeah, we're gonna be learning all about Neuro-Sama today.
Did you think that this can turn into her? This VTuber gained notoriety when she started playing Osu, got good enough to play Osu top players 15 versus 1, then learned the ability to harass anyone she
Wait a minute. 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 Wait. I remember years ago there was a thing on Twitch about a robot playing Osu. Is this robot? Is this the robot that was playing Osu? That was learning Osu? Because I used to be totally into Osu way back in the day. The fuck is Osu? Osu is a tapping rhythm game. Like, there would be circles on the screen, and then you put your cursor over the circle and you tap it in the rhythm of the fucking song. It's a good game. Good game. But is this the same robot? Yes? Neuro was made to play Osu. What the fuck?
collaborates with. This is the VTuber known as Neuro-Sama. However, Neuro-Sama is far different from every other VTuber. There isn't a person behind her personality. Rather, she is controlled by the wonders of AI. The simple yet huge difference is what separates Neuro-Sama from—
See, look, if you guys don't know what this is, I know what this is. This is literally how the fucking AI can see. This is its eyeballs. Eyeballs right here. This is how it sees. It doesn't see this, it sees this. This is how it sees. It's like, oh god, I used to know the name of it, but that's really cool. That's very cool. Must be very hard to set this up, but like that's very cool.
And is the main contributor to her massive rise. She can learn how to improve at the game she plays, interact with her viewers while doing so, and even do a lot of other things thanks to the wonders of technology.
Every day, I imagine a future where
No, don't bring me back to Doki Doki. Holy shit, no.
I can be with you.
Yeah, we're too far in the rabbit hole now. The rise of Neuro-Sama is nothing short of incredible. But from the early days, Neuro-Sama was not intended to become like this. So, how did we get here?
What is the most degenerate thing I have done? Well, I killed about 20 people the other day. I guess that was pretty degenerate.
Even though we're talking about AI, it still does have its limitations. Of course, it's impossible for AI to truly act like human beings, but one thing you can do right now that Neuro-Sama can't is use a phone. Meanwhile, you probably learned how to use a phone several years ago. More than 70% of all views on YouTube come from mobile devices, but you should 100% use your phone to play Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of this video. You've already seen this game numerous times all over YouTube, and instead of crowding you with what everyone already knows, let's talk about some cool things you might expect when you play. First of all, the gameplay has a lot of substance. Every single interaction between the hundreds of champions sitting by your side and the numerous enemies you have to overcome involves a lot of strategy, whether you're playing the game casually or trying to become the absolute strongest player.
You wanna know something funny? In a lifetime ago, right? I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, and the night person would literally be addicted to this fucking game, and they had it on their iPad, and they were like 35. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal.
Not to mention, this game is filled to the brim with so much content.
No, it's not. It's an idle fucking pew-pew game. It's an idle game. What?
Never run out of things to do. In fact, there are so many things to do in the game, I can't possibly list them all in such a short amount of time. Aside from collecting and customizing more than 650 unique champions, you can fight in the arena, take on the campaign, or my personal favorite, you can test your mettle in the Doom
Shadow
Tower.
Legends.
This tower is like a gigantic prison, and if you want to conquer this tough challenge and make your way to the top, you're going to need your strongest champions to take on the difficult bosses as well as your best strategies. From now until May 15th, Raid is going on an egg hunt. With your phone, you can go on a grand adventure and win some crazy prizes.
When was this posted?
If you can find the hidden egg in the dragon's lair, you can win in-game rewards as well as Amazon gift cards worth up to $20,000.
Amazon gift cards!
To get started, head over to egghunt.plarium.com, enter your player ID, and journey through the flaming portal to get started on your egg hunt. With all this new content, download Raid Shadow Legends by clicking the links down below or scanning my QR code to get some insane bonuses such as energy refills, skill tomes, XP boosters, and the new epic champion Drake. So what are you waiting for?
I've seen 50-year-old women playing Candy Crush in PC. Base.
Scan the QR code or click the links in the description to get your adventure started today. And thank you to Raid for sponsoring this video. Meet Vettel987, or
Hi, Vettel!
Beetle, as Neuro-Sama pronounces it. He has been developing things with AI since
Why is he a turtle? Can someone explain that one to me? Do they explain it here? Am I just asking stupid questions? Hold on.
very young age, and one day he decided to start a new project. He decided that he was going to make a bot that was going to learn how to play the rhythm game Osu, and in 2018 he got to work and started developing it. The goal for the bot is simple. It was going to play Osu, and with the wonders of AI, it was going to slowly learn and get better as time progresses. Beetle set out to do just that, which of course took a lot of effort. It was a long time coming, and it came with some challenges as well as some struggle. But after a few months, the early stages of the bot were finished. We got our first public look at the bot in May 2019 when Beetle streamed the bot's gameplay on Twitch.
That's me when I started playing fucking Osu, just like
and the bot soon gained a decent following. Now, the idea of automated Osu play was nothing new. In fact, with the auto mod in-game, you get a fully automated play of whatever song you choose, albeit with one main difference. The auto mod gives a completely perfect playthrough of the song, at least most of the time. 100% accuracy with no flaws is to be expected, which is what the name and description of the mod imply. Conversely, with Beetle's bot, it is far from perfect, but it has the ability to learn and improve over time. The improvement of the bot was where the appeal came from, because you truly didn't know what it would do next or how good it would become. And this appeal was strong enough to have the bot stream to a growing audience. The project was going really well, and all it needed was a name. And that's when someone in Twitch chat decided to create a name that would soon become widespread throughout the world.
Some guy in chat when I originally streamed the Osu bot decided on the name Neuro-Sama. So that's how that came to fruition. It was quite a cool experience for me. I got like 3,000 followers on Twitch or something. I averaged like over 100 views or 100 viewers when I originally streamed the bot.
Neuro-Sama would garner an audience upwards of 100 concurrent viewers, and the streams went on for a couple of weeks, but soon they abruptly stopped. Why was this?
Why?
Well, Beetle decided to take the time off to improve Neuro-Sama off-stream, as in its early stages, it needed a bit of work before it could push for mastery. But this took a long time. Almost too long. Ever since the last stream in 2019, there was no activity from Neuro-Sama to speak of, and everything just went completely silent. Working through the intricacies of improving the bot was one thing, but through periods of sporadic motivation, there were several instances where the bot was left idle for several—
Yo, look at that shit. It's like, that's so wild. Because this is what we see, right? And this is what the actual AI sees. So what I can assume, I'm not smart, by the way. I'm very dumb. I'm very dumb, so I'm making very big assumptions here. What I assume is once dot goes into white dot, hit button, and it can determine all these other ones as it goes, and it memorizes as it goes.
Several months at a time. At the end of the day, Neuro-Sama was just an Osu bot, and that—
But like, is it neural network though? Is it like a neural network where it'll repeat it until it gets it perfect, and if it gets it wrong, it's like slap?
that was about it. That was the original plan for the bot. It could learn how to play Osu beat maps and learn the new things over time, but it was never intended to be anything more than that. But that's when a revelation came in. What if Neuro-Sama was more than just an Osu bot? And that's when, amidst the hiatus, a new idea would come to fruition sometime in 2021.
The idea for like the VTuber aspect came separately. I mean, I was on a bus with a friend, and he suggested, what if you combine GPT-3 and make it a streamer? That idea was completely separate to the Osu playing bot in my mind. There were two separate ideas. Like, I wanted to stream
Oh my god,
the
this
Osu
thing
playing
is
bot,
playing
and I
way
also
better
wanted
than
to
me.
stream this like AI streamer. But it was only later that I had the idea, that like I should
Yo, who can play Osu like this? I just want to see it live.
probably combine those, because that makes perfect sense.
And so the next objective was clear.
Nope.
With the power of AI, Beetle was going to give Neuro-Sama a personality.
It doesn't have a physical limitations of a human. Certain simple games, AI would destroy humans, but it's pretty much everything else. The AI wouldn't have a fucking clue.
A personality constructed through artificial intelligence to not only stream gameplay, but also interact with its viewers. There was a technical hurdle that needed to be overcome to make this happen, but Vito got to work and eventually made this idea come to life. And as the Christmas—
I want to know how strong Vito's computer is. Can anybody pull up like what kind of fucking supercomputer? Because that shit must eat RAM. It must eat the fuck out of like resources out of your computer. No? I couldn't even think that fast. That's me.
Season of 2022 set in, we would see Neuro-Sama and its improvements for the first time in more than 3 years. Or rather, we would get to see her for the very first time. On December 19th, 2022, Neuro-Sama would officially make her debut on Twitch, streaming her Osu gameplay to the public while simultaneously answering questions from her Twitch chat. This absolutely transcended what anyone thought was possible, not just within Osu, but in the entire streaming world. It was completely unique from anything else we got to experience. Not only was her gameplay powered by AI, her responses were also AI generated in real time for some base takes and funny responses.
What's the best way to dispose of a body? I think the best option is to just put them in an industrial-sized incinerator.
Yeah, I don't think I'm messing with her anytime soon. Neuro-Sama instantly became a massive hit, and she instantly took the entire Osu community by storm. Multiple clips would surface, several reputable members caught wind of her presence, and soon enough, this led her to attaining an audience of thousands of viewers at a time after just a few days of streaming.
This is fucking insane to think about. That like, oh, I have no words. How the fuck do you have a computer doing this? And we also learned that she never hold her punches. No, yeah, we recently learned that too.
Every single day, Neuro-Sama would hop on stream and answer everyone's questions for hours on end, and people were willing to watch to see what she would say and do out of the infinite possibilities out there. Vito also accomplished his goal of improving the Osubot aspect of Neuro-Sama, as he was getting incredibly good after just a few hours.
What the fuck is this? What is this? She's so fast!
Of learning. Like, really, really good. Her proficiency was a huge glow up from what we saw 3 years ago, and now her skill transcended that of even the best Osu players in the world. On December 27th, 2022, Neuro-Sama would officially conquer the Osu community as
Okay, does Vito have any, like, degrees? Though? Like, does Vito, Turtle Man know, like prior coding and things like that? Because I feel like you would need to know that to approach something like this. Like, how the fuck? How did you just? Yeah, I'm gonna write some code and then bam. What? That's insane.
She took #1 on the Akatsuki leaderboard, but her time at the top was short-lived because at the same time, top players were catching wind of what she was doing, and that included someone with a skill set far above everyone else. Emrek, the #1 Osu player in the world, saw that his #1 ranking on Akatsuki was taken from him by Neuro-Sama, and he decided to immediately take it right back. Not even a day would pass when Emrek would surpass Neuro-Sama on the Akatsuki rankings to take his #1 spot back. And immediately, all eyes of the Osu community were on this battle between Emrek and Neuro-Sama.
Holy shit!
And the timing for this was absolutely perfect. Over the course of the past 2 years, Emrek has spent his time solidifying himself as the absolute best Osu player in the world and absolutely dominated the game. With his never-before-seen score-setting ability, Emrek has built a massive gap between him and everyone else on the Osu global rankings, and he consistently does what no other player can on a regular basis. With such a massive lead above everyone else, people have waited for the time for someone to challenge his spot at the top, sometimes even stating that he just doesn't have any competition for the #1 ranking. While the Osu community didn't get a person who could rival Emrek, they got a substitute that no one could have possibly.
Imagine being so good at something, being so good, and you don't have a challenger, right? And your challenger now is a fucking robot. And you beat the robot. That must be such an accomplishment. I bet that felt really good to be like, hey, yeah, fuck you, robot. But also, what the hell? It's not even a robot. No, it's a AI. Like, I don't know. AI and robot kind of go hand in hand in my brain, but like, fucking, that's insane.
Expected. On Vito's Twitter, Neuro-Sama would relay a message that would.
It's kind of cool to think to get so good you have a machine try and beat you. You have to be like, that's the definition of it, right? You have to be a machine to beat the #1 fucking Osu player in the world.
Would be heard by the entire Osu world.
Hello, Mrek. They tell me you are my only competition. You will be the first to succumb to the swarm.
The swarm? Wait, there it is! The swarm! Okay, now I understand why everybody calls themselves a welcome to the... You'll see it in the YouTube video. And here as well for chat, when we go over to YouTube comments, everybody's like, welcome to the swarm. Now I understand. Now I get it.
Be the first to succumb to the swarm. I challenge you to a 1v1. You will be destroyed.
You will be destroyed.
She was challenging Emmerich to a 1v1 to truly test the limits between humans and computers. This would take place on December 28th, where they would play a first to 10 match to decide the fate of the human race. Or at
oh my
least
god,
it felt
this
like
must
it.
be so
Neuro-Sama
nerve-wracking.
would win this match 10-5, and officially immortalized herself in the Yosu community. But she didn't stop with just Emmerich. There was more. How about 15 of the world's best players at the exact same time? What?
That's insane. That's one hell of a lineup. What the fuck? To be a robot. There's Neuro-Sama. There's everybody else. What the fuck?
1 versus 15, 15 humans versus 1 AI. This played out just as you might have expected. Beetle accomplished his goal of improving his Osu bot in a way that not even he could have possibly expected, because he turned his bot into one of the most popular VTubers across the entire internet.
That's
there were
insane.
articles being written about Neuro-Sama. Various clips surfaced about her funny responses, and she became
That's
an
the stuff
absolute
that
sensation.
I would see. I would see funny responses and things that she would say, but like I didn't really.
There seemed like nothing that could go wrong with Neuro-Sama. But of course, her greatest strength of her AI-generated responses is expectedly a pain to manage behind the scenes. Managing a chaotic stream chat on its own is already tough enough. You have to establish and enforce a set of rules, pay attention to a chat scrolling at light speed, and try to keep everything under control without overstepping in any way. For
Yeah, I
the
wouldn't know what a chat would be like if it was light speed. I'd be fucking scared.
typical Neuro-Sama stream, not only does Vidal have to moderate his chat, but he has to pay attention to what Neuro-Sama is going to say for the entire duration of the stream.
I have this dashboard which shows me what Neuro-Sama is going to say, like as she's saying it. So I can see it kind of like a second or two before she says it, basically. And so I have like people that will just like watch that dashboard for the stream. And that's something I introduced after I had some moderation issues. The streams are sometimes long, like 8 hours, and 8 hours of just like staring at the dashboard is painful. Yeah, I mean, and I've streamed for, I think like, it's like 140 hours in total or something. It's basically just 140 hours of like staring at the dashboard and moderating chat. It's not the most exciting job. It's a real gamble because it's like, if I look away, like I was so desperate for Twitch mods that I literally said in chat, who wants mod? And I modded like the first couple people to respond. It did not go amazingly well. One of them immediately started pressing like every button in his mod dashboard, but it worked somewhat well. And now I have some mods that help me with that.
Any time spent away from the dashboard of Neuro-Sama's responses puts Vidal's Twitch channel at risk.
Man, that's insane. So in the very beginning of this, you could have just gotten mod. And I would be that motherfucker. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'll be that motherfucker. What does this button do? What does this button do? Oh.
With the bigger audience comes more people who are
I smash all buttons.
trying to manipulate Neuro-Sama to say something that would get her banned. So the fact that the entire moderation
that's
team was
up. Okay, that's messed up. Why would people? I mean, people are people, right? I get it, and people can be dumb and not so nice. But like, why? Why? What's the point? Come on.
able to
Isn't that what happened to the Peter Griffin or no Seinfeld AI that was on Twitch? They manipulated it to say something really fucked, and then like it got fucking yeeted off of Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in and welcome to the coven.
the stream afloat for several consecutive hours every single day is really impressive.
Oh.
God damn it. On January 11th, 2023, Neuro-Sama was banned on Twitch after viewers managed to get her to say controversial things that violated Twitch's terms of service.
Oh.
This really showed us the dangers when it comes to operating these AI streams whenever something breaks or goes wrong. There are the times where Neuro-Sama's responses just glitch out, which is relatively harmless and can be funny sometimes. But on the other side of the spectrum, she can say things that are way out of line if people are trying to bait her to say things that are not right. But regardless, the ban left Neuro-Sama unable to stream for 2 weeks, but when Vidal's Twitch channel returned, the streams resumed and they became more popular than ever before. The insane rise in popularity gave Beetle the motivation to improve Neuro-Sama's AI. 2022 saw Neuro stream Osu almost exclusively, but entering 2023, we began to see Neuro stream other games, and this really opened the world's eyes for what is possible. Osu streams were pretty simple in concept because the game is simple in principle. All you have to do is move your cursor to the circle and click with proper timing. That's all there is to it. But with other games, they force much more logical thinking, and seeing how Neuro-Sama handles these choices creates an extra dynamic to her streams. This led to her biggest viewership numbers yet. The day of her unban on January 25th, 2023, Neuro-Sama would reach 100,000 followers on Twitch with a Pokemon Showdown stream against her viewers. And her Minecraft streams further accelerated her growth. But
these are some clips I've seen before too of her playing Minecraft. And the only thing that I remember from it is that she kept on digging down. She would just always dig. She'd be digging.
Didn't just evolve through the different games she was playing. Neuro-Sama's behavior itself was also changing. Yes, just like some of your favorite VTuber idols, Neuro-Sama can sing. Her covers of songs instantly became the most popular videos on her YouTube channel. All sorts of clips surfaced of her singing various songs, some of which have gained hundreds of thousands of views. After she learned how to sing her first song on stream, which is her own cover of Blinding Lights on January 4th, 2023, singing
really
has become a major source of content delivery outside of playing games. But it's
why can an AI sing so much better than me? I've been postponing my fucking cover for like a month now. What the fuck? I just want to be able to bleh, and then there's my cover. What the hell? That must be so hard to do. How do you train an AI to sing? How do you get it? What goes into that? What goes, like, how? How do you get a robot to like understand what singing is? What?
It's not just through singing where she would get other sources of content outside of games. On February 2nd, Neuro-Sama officially caved and became a React Andy, which honestly is not too far off from the most popular streamers on the platform. Honestly, we've gone too far.
Don't call me out like that.
Watching an AI VTuber react to a clip of another VTuber reacting to a clip of said AI VTuber whom we are talking about right now. Neuro-Sama evolved to the point where she is now capable of reacting to videos on the internet. But why have her just react to other people for content when she could just interact with other people for content in real time? And no, I'm not just talking about her responses to Twitch chat. 4 days after her first reaction stream on February 6th, Neuro-Sama would have her first collab stream with Miyuni where they streamed Minecraft together. This is the world's first collab between a human and an AI where they were talking to and playing with each other in real time. And honestly, it played out just as you expected.
Holy shit. No! She straight to lava. She went right to lava. Number one rule, you never dig all the way down. And if you do, don't dig into lava.
Doesn't even limit the abuse to just other VTubers. She started harassing her own creator. Beetle himself decided to partake in his own streams where he and Neuro-Sama can talk to each other.
Hey, he's a turtle! Look at him! Look at that little guy! Look at that little guy! Pat, 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 pat. That's all I can do. Pat, 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 pat. Hey, what's up, little guy?
Real time. That went as well as you might have expected.
You're thinking, I'm never going to give you up.
I'm never going to let you down.
You motherfucker.
Honestly, I don't even know what he did to deserve this. Okay. Now I know exactly why. In the midst of all the chaos that ensued, Neuro-Sama continued to grow and break down historic barriers. On April 15th, Neuro-Sama would do a collab with Takanashi Kiara where they reviewed their viewers' refrigerators. This was the very first time Neuro-Sama collaborated with a VTuber from a major agency, and since then, it felt like the sky's the limit. This opened the way for even more collabs, and she reached 300-
This is insane! What the fuck? That's Zentrea. Hi, Zen.
100,000 followers the very next day. And that finally brings us to today. Neuro-Sama's crazy improvements to her AI after making her debut has made her a one-of-a-kind streamer, and it doesn't seem like she is slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
From what started off as a project for Beetle to design an Osu bot turned into a creation that changed the landscape of streaming forever. I think it's safe to say that she'll be a mainstay on the internet for
What? What the
Be
fuck?
gone, gym bag. Ahem, hey everyone. It's me,
Hi.
Neuro.
Hi, Neuro.
Don't mind what happened to Nerdiness. I trapped him in my basement so I can take over the outro.
Oh, shit.
Thank you for following my journey to the top. And I hope
Always.
you'll stick with me until the end.
Hell yeah.
What we've done together so far was fun, and
Yep.
I know for a fact we'll create even more memories moving forward. Soon the swarm will take over the world. See you next time.
That scares me because I literally got YouTube comments saying, "Welcome to the swarm." Holy shit. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Nero. It was very nice to meet you and learn about your story today. Holy shit, that was so interesting to me. You were an Osu bot. You were an Osu AI turned VTuber. That is the coolest fucking shit ever. That is insane. I didn't know all this shit. Well, I didn't expect it because I knew way back that there was an Osu AI, right? And I remember seeing clips of it on YouTube and seeing a little bit on Twitter, but I never followed it. I never followed up with the story. And now Neuro-Sama was this it used to be an Osu bot. It used to be an Osu AI. Vettel is cracked for making Neuro. Yeah, 100%. Good job, Vettel. Claps for you. 100%. As well, I want to know why you're a turtle. Is that explained? I want to know why you're a turtle. Why are you turtle? Why are you a turtle? The turtle very confused. Me want to know turtle. But yeah, no, thank you so much everyone for recommending that video. I now know about Neuro-Sama, and I can officially say I'm a part of the swarm too. I think you guys are cool. But yeah,